Thank you. Thank you. Well, first, thank you so much. I am speechless, Indira. This is an incredibly humbling award. First of all, this is the coolest venue I've ever seen. I've been to a lot of Washington awards dinners, and this one beats them all, I gotta tell you. And then when I just look at these awards, I can guarantee you there are very few awards that you get in the course of a career. They all kind of look the same. This is amazing. This will definitely be put up. Thank you so much for that. Kristen, thank you for that very nice introduction. And even more importantly, thank you for your partnership. What you have, the faith that you've placed in Uber and the partnership that we've had together as we've developed this taxonomy, we value it so deeply. And the reality is it would not have been what it is without you and your leadership. And so thank you to the National Sexual Violence Resource Center and to so many folks who've been part of this. And Kristen was good enough to go on a road show with me last year as we talked about the taxonomy. And it went so well that I somehow persuaded Ebony to come with me last week to do part 2. Ebony, thank you very, very much for your partnership and your leadership. I can't tell you what a difference that makes. Thank you, RALIANCE, for this incredibly humbling award. Thank you for all that you do to make this world a safer place. I also want to, Ebony mentioned this, but I really think it's worth dwelling on a little bit. I want to thank all of the advocates who were here tonight. The reality is that long before I think the Me Too movement made visible a lot of these issues, you were for decades toiling in the vineyards, working, raising awareness, helping survivors, assisting people. You've created, I think, a groundswell of awareness which has turned into a catalyst for change that is truly changing the society, and we owe you an enormous debt of gratitude. So thank you to all of the advocates here. And you should know, I know you know this intellectually, but what you do really, really matters. I mean, the lives you touch, the lives you save, make an enormous impact. And I know just from some of the work that I've been able to do in my own small kind of, small but still significant to me, I've been able to see this. Many of you know that I started my career as a prosecutor, as a federal prosecutor. And I prosecuted a number of different types of crimes, but among the many that I prosecuted were crimes of sexual violence, particularly crimes involving children. And in the course of those cases, it's very typical to get to know the survivors, the young survivors of those crimes. And so if you walked into my office at any given day, you would see lots of drawings by children. And there was one case involving a 10-year-old girl, particularly horrific case, and she had a penchant for horses. And so during that case, if you came into my office, you would see a wall full of pictures of horses that she had drawn for me. Fast forward 18 years. I'm now the Associate Attorney General of the United States, one of the most senior members of the Department of Justice. And my assistant says that I've got a call. And she tells me who it is, and I immediately recognize the name. It's this person, this young survivor. 18 years later, I had not spoken to her in the 18 years since. And she told me that she had seen me on television talking about something or other, and she wanted to just reach out to tell me that everything turned out okay. She called me. She called me just to say, you know, I'm getting married. My parents are doing well. She said I'm good, and she thanked me for being an adult who she could count on at a particularly important time in her young life. And I will tell you, I remember 2 times that I cried in my office when I was the Associate Attorney General. One was after my dad died, and the other was after this phone call. Wow. What you do makes an enormous difference in ways that you may not even realize in the lives that you touch. And that's one reason why this award is so humbling, so special to me, because you know, it tells us that we all have a role to play when it comes to lifting up awareness about sexual violence and doing something to prevent it. No industry, no business, no community, no corporation, none of us is immune to sexual violence. It affects us all. It's true that we've been able to make lots of changes at Uber. I'm very proud of that. But it's also true that we have a lot more work to do. And we're going to need the help of so many of you who are in this room to continue to do that work. The progress that we've made, of course, is in no small measure to the work that so many of you have done in ensuring that you have engaged the corporate community to step up and to step in and to take responsibility on so many of these issues. You know, you've taught us how to build better policies that are survivor-centered. You've helped us to change our culture, to improve our platform, to enact best practices when it comes to responding. So in many ways, as grateful as I am for this award, it is a reflection of the effort that you have done for so many years. And so that's why I'm so grateful for it, and that's why I'm so grateful for the partnership that we've been able to forge. I'm looking forward to many more years of partnership. I'm looking for many more years of guidance.
Get this.
No, can't forget that, yeah.